Hello Virgo, suns, moons, and risings. My name is Zayleigh and welcome to my channel. In this video, we're going to do a zodiac prediction for the month of February 2023. I'm really sorry that this is coming out a little bit later than I planned. I did record a video before for you guys, but the sun was going down. It was really bad quality. So unfortunately, I couldn't put that one up, but we're here in this moment. And I feel like maybe that happened for a reason. Maybe there's a different message that needed to come out for you. So I'm just trusting that, you know, it's working out how it's meant to, just like life does. So let me shuffle your cards and then we'll get started with your reading. I also want to say, I know I was gone for a little while. I was sick for a little bit. I was traveling. I've been living life and you know, sometimes that happens. So I wasn't able to post anything. So if you're still following me, you're still subscribed, you're still supporting me, I'm very grateful. Thank you. All right, Virgos. So this month looks like actually a really big month for you guys. There's a lot going on, a lot of things, a lot of events are going to happen that maybe you don't see coming. So I'm not, you know, this isn't a fear-mongering type thing, but it's just a really big month of transformation. And it looks like you know, there's maybe was some things before that you didn't want to let go of, okay? Like certain things that you were just kind of allowing to kind of linger. And it's a little windy. Sorry, I don't want my cards to blow away. I don't want to be chasing them all over these rocks. I'm in Joshua Tree, by the way. This is my hometown. I feel very connected when I come here. So anyways, maybe some things that you weren't willing to let go of, whether that's mental thought patterns, certain habits, certain addictions, certain people, certain, like there was we'll talk about that in a second, but there is something that you guys have been kind of not wanting to like fully let go of. All right. And this is the month that it's actually going to happen. Okay. And it's going to be different for everybody. You know, we all are going through different things in our lives, and the collective of Virgos is going through the same type of energy, but in different ways. So for one person, it could be they finally let go of a job that isn't resonating for them anymore. For another person, it could be letting go of a relationship that isn't working for them anymore. Really hope that my camera does not fall. It's a little windy, but I feel my microphone is pretty good at blocking out wind. So what I am seeing here is this Page of Cups and then the Strength card. So this is you finally taking the steps to gain the strength in order to release those things. And honestly, regardless if you want to release certain things or not, it's going to happen, because we have two very, very significant indicators of that. We have the Two of Wands with the Death card. And when I pulled it out, not when I pulled it out, when I shuffled and it came out exactly like this, with the person in this Two of Wands looking at the Death card. So that means that you're willing to move into a direction finally that's going to cause you a lot of transformation. And honestly, the Death card isn't that comfortable, okay? It's an energy of like, sometimes there could be a sense of loss, you know. When you look at the Death card, the symbolism in the Death card it's pretty significant. There, you know, there's a skull, there's a lot going on. There's people coming back from the dead. But at the same time, when you look at the Death card, the sun is coming up in the east, which is showing that even when you go through the hardest times in your life, there is a very big opportunity, and there's something else that's on the horizon for you. And you may not even know what that is yet, especially when you go through this transition. But just know that it is there for you. There is a new day. There's a dawn of a new day. There's a new something that wants to come out. But in order for that thing to come out, something needs to die. And unfortunately, that's life. That's how life works. And I know that these things could be really challenging, but it looks like you guys are really wanting I feel like your spirit is wanting that change, right? Because we have the Page of Cups and we're having the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands is very adventurous. That's somebody that's willing to go out on a on a very like last minute, oh, I want to go travel to another country. I'm going to book my flight. I'm leaving next week. And everyone's like, what? Are you crazy? You know? But he's not crazy. He's just fully follows his spirit, right? His or her spirit, doesn't matter. He, she, they, whatever you identify with, you're following your spirit, and it's leading you to this point of like finally everything that with the Tower card, that's massive stuff, guys, and then the 10 of Wands, that's like fully letting go and just getting to a point, I feel like, where you're like, I want to say, fuck it. You know what I mean? Where you're just like, you know what? This really, I've been holding on for this so long. You know, when you're at a point in your life, I don't know if, I'm sure people have been here before. I know there's been times in my life, and you just get to a point where you're like sick of your own bullshit. So at that point, you're willing to just let go of everything that's meant to be let go of, because there's something inside of you that's allowing you to trust what's ahead, allowing you to trust the vision that you have. And even if there's no physical indication that that's actually going to manifest, you know in your heart that it is going to manifest. So it's really powerful. It looks like you guys have been kind of in this place where you're very kind of like stuck on your routines, and maybe have been a little bit bored, you know, maybe haven't really stepped outside the box because you've been, you know, focusing on making your money, but making it in the same ways that you've always made your money, right? Or doing the same thing that you've always done. And there's a really big message here from the universe that's telling you to take a leap of faith, to come out of this energy of the number 4, you know, which could be the 4 is great. 4 is the energy of like a builder, somebody that really wants to build something and they're dedicated and they stick to it. However, with the 4 of Cups and the 4 of Pentacles, it's like, okay, we're not really growing from what you're not growing from what you're doing anymore. So in that case, there needs to be a change. And that's why I think that there's all this, the Tower card, the Death card, the 10 of Wands. It's so much, there's a lot of endings, but it's because the universe is like pushing you, literally, the Fool is pushing you to go in a different direction. And that direction is, I just shuffled. So the 10 of Cups and the 8 of Swords reversed came out just like this. Beautiful, okay? This means that you're coming out of your mind. The limitations that you have in your mind that have kept you stuck in the same places, doing the same things that you've been doing, kind of like on autopilot. You know, when we get in that place and, sorry, checking my bangs, you know, the wind, I'm always like holding my bang. Like anyways, when you get in a place of like you're doing the same thing and things become very repetitive, right? And you have the same mental thoughts, the same patterns going through your mind. This is the universe being like, come out of that and look at this 10 of Cups. This is the joy. This is the bliss, pure bliss of doing things from your heart, because Cups is tied to your emotions. I know as a Virgo energy is, you know, very material. It's very physical because it's a earth sign, you know, very grounded, amazing. We absolutely need Virgos and earth signs in the world, right? Especially when we live in a material world. We need to have that order and that structure and that like logical thinking with a very grounded approach to do things. However, I feel like you guys have been doing that for a little too long. So the universe is kind of nudging you, not really nudging you at this point. I'm going to be honest with you. The universe is throwing you maybe some things that come very unexpectedly to you, okay? That you have been putting off, that you've been just kind of leaving on the back burner. And there's no more like little, you know, I'll give you this chance, there is no more chances. This stuff falls away. So you can have this 10 of Cups and 8 of Swords reversed coming out of your mind, and also being very fulfilled within your soul fulfillment. That's what I'm getting. Like really, like the 10 of Cups is all about that. You could be spending more time with your family as well. or family, any kind of your family, or even if you have friends that you feel are more like family to you than your blood family, you could be spending more time with them and really connecting. I'm seeing the connection is going to be really important this month. And you guys are definitely, with the star card, it's beautiful. The star, I know I always say this is my favorite card. It really is my favorite card, because who doesn't like the star? It's all about you finally healing what needs to be healed, because you're coming out of the tower moment. You're coming out of the death transition period, right? And then there's healing there, and there's fresh water, and there's opportunity, and there's abundance, and there's blessings, and it's all waiting there for you. I feel like there's a lot of you guys that are very creative, okay? And by creative, I mean, you know, it doesn't mean you have to be an actual artist. If you are, that's super cool, but you guys are really creative. So go after the things that are really calling you to utilize your creativity and to really put yourself out there. When you put yourself out there with your gifts and your creative gifts that you have, and these maybe things, these ideas, these projects that you've really wanted to focus on, when you put yourself out there, people are going to see it. It's going to be very evident. And there may be a time period, because there's usually a transition period when we go through those really heavy moments in our lives where we are, you know, going through what I was talking about, the Tower card, the Death card, all that. That's a journey, right? So you go through that journey, and then you come out of it, and it's more beautiful than you can ever imagine. But there's that transition period, and that transition period is a bit rough. You know, it's a little rocky. You'll be like, whoa, am I really going in the right direction? Because it doesn't seem like it. And a lot of things cannot seem like you're going in the right direction, but this is confirmation that you absolutely are. You 100% are going in the right direction. And even if everything doesn't manifest that you want to see in your life in the month of February, you guys are releasing the attachments and the things that need to be let go of in order to reach this point. This is the time period where you just have to trust that you're going in the right direction, that you're meant to be going in, but it's not going to be easy. And that's why that Strength card was showing up right at the beginning of your reading. The things that you're going through, the things that are ending, is because there's a lot of really amazing things that want to come in. And in order for those things to come in, they have to be let go of and released. And even though you're not going to get maybe every single thing, because there's that transition period, you're on the right track to getting exactly what you want. The 10 of Cups, the 8 of Swords reversed, the Star card, or, you know, the star energy, right? I'm going to wrap up your reading, but as I pick up your deck, the World card is on the very bottom. And the World card is the indicator of being able to finally, like you had the Fool card, right? That's where the universe is like pushing you to go. And that's because you're wrapping up those old cycles, all of those things that aren't for you anymore. And this is perfect because you're, you know, in the very beginning of 2023. And come spring, that's when everything starts to really blossom and we start to see a lot of significant changes, because the earth is coming back to life, you know, after the nice desolate winter that we're having. Even though I'm in the sunny desert right now, it's still very much winter. You know, there's windy days, there's rainy days, there's cold days, and then we get sunshine days. But allowing yourself, I feel like I mentioned that for a reason, because it's allowing yourself to just kind of move with the energy and trust the process of things, because nothing is ever going to be like solid in a straight line. Like life doesn't work that way. It's not very linear, you know, like your journey isn't linear. There's going to be ups and there's going to be downs, and there's going to be kind of middle points where you're like, oh, okay, this is cool. Nothing's really happening. And then there's going to be huge breakthroughs and transitions and opportunities coming to you. So I just want to let you guys know that you're on the right track, and this is a very big month for you. And also, I want to say, last thing is the World card also represents, you know, travel. If you're wanting to travel, like we saw that Page of Wands, if you're wanting to travel, this is your message to travel. And also, there's a sense of, I feel when you guys actually put out your work, your creative work, the things that you have been kind of putting on the back burner that I was talking about, there's going to be a very big, you're going to get a lot from that eventually. You're going to be known for that. You're going to be seen in your... It's big, you guys. It's big. When we see the World card coming up, it's because there's something so great out there, but you have to let go of those limitations in your mind in order for you to really tap into this energy. All right, so thank you so much for watching. I feel like that was a perfect message that needed to come out for you. The energy is really good today. It has been windy for the past couple days, and you know, I came out here on the perfect day to film this for you. So I'm sending you guys a lot of love. I hope you have a beautiful month, and just know you guys are going on the right track, the right direction. I just see my crow friend right there as confirmation. And hello, hello. He's like flying right above me. Anyways, so he's just letting you know that too. I hope you guys have a beautiful month, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.